It's time, guys. Jamaica finally released their Copa America 2024 squad, so I'm here to react to it for you guys, of course, and I got a lot of things to say, so make sure to stick around. Before I get into it, though, if you guys want more Jamaica Copa America content, we have a lot for you guys. We're going to be live streaming the game against Mexico, and then we're actually going to be at the game against Ecuador, and we're going to record that for you guys as well. So we have a lot of content revolving around Jamaica in the future. I already bought my new Adidas away kit, so it's in the mail right now. So make sure to subscribe to us so you are one of the first people to see that content, and then leave a like on the video if you think Jamaica is going to make it out of this group stage with this group. But let's get on to the video, guys. I'm going to go from goalkeepers to forwards, and then I'll put it right here alongside my face as well so you guys can read it. For goalkeepers, they called up Shaquan Davis, Andre Blake, who's probably going to be the starter per usual, Boyce Clark, and Jamal White. In defense, and there's some names here that I'm very interested in seeing: Lembe Kisa, Deshaun Bernard, Greg Lay, Damian Lowe, Michael Hector, Richard King, Wesley Harding, Ethan Pinnock, John Bell, and then the name here I want to talk about later is Amari Bell. I'm very interested in if he's going to be playing or not in this tournament. Midfielder-wise, Casey Palmer, Kevin Lambert, Bobby Reed, Alex Marshall, Joel Adi, and Karoy Anderson. And then forwards, this is also pretty interesting: Shamar Nicholson, Ronaldo Cephas, Michael Antonio, Damari Gray, Kaheem Dixon, and Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey made the squad here, which is very, very interesting. So we might as well just start with Leon Bailey, because Leon Bailey is 100%, I mean, he's the best player on this team. Without a doubt, he had the best season out of any player on this team. He is the best attacker for the Reggae Boys. And if you're a Reggae Boys fan, I'm sure you've been keeping up with the whole news recently of him being at odds with the Federation, and Jaime, the manager, said he was for sure not going to be a part of the squad for Copa America. Up until this point, it looked like Leon Bailey was not going to be a part of this team at all. There was no expectation, for me at least, that he was going to be on the plane to the US of A for their games in the Copa America. So his inclusion here is very interesting, and I really am curious to see if they're ever going to bring it up in conversation or like to the press or media, because I'm sure at a press conference they're going to be asked about it. I would love to ask as to why he's here, whether that's Leon Bailey's decision or Jamaica's decision, I'm not quite sure, but him being here is really, really important for sure. He's a huge part of their attack, and he could do a lot. I mean, CONCACAF CONMEBOL wise, he's one of the best wingers in the entire tournament, to be honest. So him being here is hugely important for Jamaica making it out of this group. Another player, like I said earlier, that I want to talk about is Amari Bell. Amari Bell has been hurt for a long time now. He's not been in a place where he could play for his club side. And honestly, I wasn't sure if he was going to be making it to the USA as well with the Jamaican team, but it looks like he's going to be. I'm not sure if he's going to be fully fit from the get-go. I think he will be, or they might kind of like ease him into it overall, which I would like to see. But he's without a doubt the best left back in the squad as well. So him being here is huge for the defense. And alongside him is Ethan Pinnock, who's also been hurt. A lot of these names we're seeing here have not been playing for a little bit for Jamaica or for their club sides. So truthfully, to see a potentially fully healthy Jamaica side is huge for confidence, momentum, and motivation. Group B just became a lot more competitive with all these players being here. Now, back to Ethan Pinnock. Like I said, he's been out for a little bit for Brentford. He's 100% Jamaica's best center back, so him being here as well. So Ethan Pinnock and Amari Bell are without a doubt the top two defenders in this squad list here. So seeing them healthy, seeing them potentially being on the pitch in that first game against Mexico is really, really good. Really happy to see them be healthy and be able to play for the Reggae Boys here. They are guaranteed stars as long as they're healthy. And then if you guys actually want to know about my opinion on who's going to be like the best 11 for Jamaica, make sure to subscribe and like the video, because we are going to do a video on that within like the next week or so before the tournament starts, as well as for Mexico and maybe USA or another team. But I'm going to be doing that video for Jamaica. So if you want to hear their best 11, subscribe now. Another name I just mentioned that I want to talk about more is Damari Gray too. Damari Gray has been out hurt for a little bit too, because I think he broke his collarbone or something with his shoulder. So he's been out like on the sideline for a little bit now. It looks like he's probably going to be healthy for this. We don't fully know if he is or not. But it looks like he's going to be part of the side. And if they make it into the knockouts, he's definitely going to be healthy by then, I would assume. So Damari Gray being here is also very, very important for this attack. I mean, the way it looks is you have your best attack. You have Michael Antonio at the striker at the 9 position. You have Leon Bailey on the wing, and then you have Damari Gray on the wing. That's perfect. And then if Damari Gray isn't fully hurt or isn't fully healthy, Shamar Nicholson is a more than capable replacement in that attack. So honestly, Jamaica's attack, underrated. If you're not a Jamaican fan, you probably don't know. Like you might not appreciate their attack. It is very, very good. Another player that needs to be talked about is Andre Blake, who's obviously the number one in net for Jamaica, and probably, I mean, I would say a top 2, top 3 goalkeeper in the entirety of the CONCACAF. Sorry, not CONMEBOL. But he's also hurt. I don't know if he's going to be fully healthy for this tournament, actually. So it's going to be quite interesting as to see who is going to be starting every single game in net, because they can't rotate. They should not rotate. So Andre Blake, he's here because I believe he's the captain, right? So he definitely needs to be here for motivation purposes, but I don't know if he's going to be playing from the get-go. But now that we covered a lot of the important parts of the players that were included, let's talk about the players that were not included. One player is Daniel Johnson in the midfield. Now, I don't know who I would take out here to put him in the midfield, but he would have been a very good asset. He's very good on the ball. I think he would have brought a lot to the midfield, but there are a lot of really good players here that should do the job without him. He's just a very interesting player to have not left out, especially because I think there's 3 right backs in the squad. I would have taken left back. I would have taken a left back out and maybe brought him in, but teach their own, whatever. Another player that's not here that I would have loved to see here is Omari Hutchinson. And for Omari Hutchinson, no one really knows what's going on there. I think he might be purposely not getting more caps for Jamaica just to see if he can make that England squad in the future, which I think he could. He definitely has the potential to, but the longer he holds out, the harder it's going to be for him to come back in, if that makes sense. So Omari Hutchinson not being here is interesting. We're not sure if that's Jamaica's choice or if that's Omari's choice. It's probably Omari's choice, to be honest. But him not being here is a bummer. I would have really liked to see him in that central attacking mid or winger spot because he's very, very good. Very, very good. Another player I would have loved to see get some game time here is Whisper Richards. He's obviously not in this lineup at all. That's not his fault. It's not Jamaica's fault. He is hurt right now, so he wouldn't have done anything anyway, even if they did call him up. But I really would have liked to see him show us something at the Copa America because he has the potential to be one of the best players in CONCACAF in general, if not a good portion of the world. So I would have loved to see him be here and play for Jamaica. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. He obviously is not here, which definitely does suck, but that would have been really cool. There's 4 goalkeepers in the squad, and yes, Andre Blake might be hurt, so that's why there's 3 other ones, but you don't need 4. You're only ever going to really need 2, and in dire circumstances, 3. You don't need 4 goalkeepers in the squad. So I would have preferred that they took one player out and put Daniel Johnson or another midfielder probably in there. Otherwise, it's interesting. It's an interesting choice. I'm curious to see who they're going to prioritize first if Andre Blake isn't healthy. And then one more player that's not here that I think a lot of people would have liked to see here is Mason Greenwood, of course. Mason Greenwood has long been what many have called in my comments the savior for Jamaica. So him not being here is quite interesting. I'm curious as to why he wasn't able to make the squad because I think there's a mutual respect between him and Jaime, the manager. So it's very interesting as to what why he isn't here. I would have liked to see him here, but alas, it's a lot of time until the World Cup. Maybe he's there by then, and the attack is still very capable here. So it's not the worst miss ever. But he could have brought something here. I'm very curious to see why he isn't. Otherwise, with this squad list, I'm pretty excited. I'm very excited to see how this team gets set up when they're at the best of their health and ability. And I really think they can make out of this group stage. If you haven't watched our group beat predictions, make sure to go watch that video too, because we did cover Jamaica's group. I was, very forward about Jamaica making it out of the group stage ahead of Mexico and Venezuela. So if you think the same, like I said, leave a like on this video and let us know in the comments down below as to why you think that is. But for now, like I said, like I've been saying, this looks like a really, really, really solid CONCACAF squad. I'm very excited to see what happens. I'm curious how they're going to be set up. I think Damian Lowe should be played as that DM, especially when you have Ethan Pinnock in the defense. I think then you have a little bit more leeway to move Damian Lowe just a little bit forward because I prefer him playing in the DM spot. I think Jamaica needs a defensive midfielder, and he does good enough there. A good addition for such a thing would have been, De Jong Sterling over at Rangers, but obviously he is not in the squad, unfortunately. So yeah, Mikel Antonio is obviously the number 1 in the striker spot. I would obviously, Bobby Reed's probably going to start. I can see Casey Palmer being in there. Joel Lottie's probably going to be in there. I don't know, I'm really excited about the squad. There's a lot of good players. If you have an opinion about this squad, whether that's players involved, not involved, whatever, let us know in the comments down below because we read every single comment we get. We love when you guys have conversations down there and where we can converse with you guys in the comment section too. So make sure to comment your opinion down below because we are 100% going to read it. Otherwise, I think that's going to be all I have for you guys. Like I already said, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited and hopeful for this squad in Group B, like I said earlier, we are going to live stream their first game against Mexico. So if you guys want to watch that, we'll have that listed somewhere in the channel at some point. But make sure to subscribe for that and then turn notifications on now so that you do get a chance to see when we go live. And you can be one of the first people to hop in, interact with us in chat, converse with us, talk about this upcoming game. It's going to be a great, great time. All three of us are going to be there in the same room. So it's going to be a fun time. And then me and Diego are going to be at the Jamaica versus Ecuador game in Las Vegas. So if any of you guys are going to be there, let us know in the comments down below. Maybe we can meet up with you guys. Who knows? Take some pictures. I don't know. But we are going to be there. We're going to take a vlog of the whole experience. So if you're interested in seeing a firsthand experience at a Copa America 2024 game with the Rigger Boys, let us know down below. We're going to be wearing Jamaica kits. We're going to be going all out for that day. So it's going to be a very, very fun time. So make sure to subscribe now so that you get alerted and you know when the video comes out because it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really, really fun one. Otherwise, guys, we'll see you later on in other videos, hopefully, for Jamaica's Copa America experience. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. You know everything I've been telling you. And then, yeah, we'll see you guys later. Take it easy, guys.